Good morning, everybody. I want to share some updates with you on the point of control indicator that I have recently created. Apparently, PineScript said that it was advertising Rogers1906.com. So we had to make some changes. I just decided to remove red E from it and make sure that it was compliant to what TradingView and PineScript require for community rules. So let's just go over the changes real quick. Again, the indicator is point of control and momentum candles. We have been utilizing those momentum candles in the red E market structure, and we'll definitely continue to do so. Of course, the point of control calculates the price with the highest traded volume over a customizable look back period for every user, right? It has the momentum candle coloring. If it is white, it's neutral. If it's green, it is a weak sell. If it's baby blue, it's a buy. If it's royal blue, it's a strong buy. If it is yellow, it is a weak sell. If it goes to orange, that is a sell. If it goes to red, is a strong sell. In the new update, we included bullish order blocks and bearish order blocks. And you can adjust those colors for yourself. I will show you my settings here in a few moments. Also, it tells you buy and sell signals with just this indicator as well if you're just trading candles and don't necessarily need EMAs or anything else like that. So let's actually take a look at how I have mine set up right now. And currently, I will make sure that's the only indicator that you guys can see at the moment. All right, so right now I am using hollow candles. Just a quick recap about hollow candles. If it's hollow, it's a bullish candle. If it is solid or if it's filled in, it is a bearish candle. Okay. Um, the point of control for my settings is always an orange line. And then of course it'll tell you the distance from the point of control. If it's above or below, if it's above, it's going to be green. If it's below, it's going to have a negative sign. It will actually tell you the status below point of control. You can change the look back period. I have mine looking back at the last 20 candles or 20 bars. It also identifies the relative strength index, your current momentum based on the current candle, and what signal time frame that the point of control is based off of. By default, it's going to be set at 10 minutes. You can adjust it to whatever chart that you're looking at or whatever your preferred time frame is. And also, it will have the order blocks that are there. In this case, we have one bullish order block, which is the green box here, and then the two bearish, which are the red boxes. So if you go into your settings here, if you wanted to mirror mine, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to do something different, that's okay too. I still utilize this orange color for my point of control, but I also want to thicken thicken my line for the point of control boxes. The first box for the point of control is going to be like the dashed box here. I did make it thicker. I did the width at 5, and then the line I'm also going to make that one thicker as well. That's going to be the actual point of control, and it's orange as previously mentioned. I like my bullish colors blue. So when I have a break line where it may reject or signal a buy, that's going to be the blue line. If it's bearish, it's going to turn red. You could also change these dot to dotted or dashed for those break lines. The solid rejection lines, which you see here on Oracle, for example, that you could also consider that as a level of support. But if it loses that, of course, it will disappear, and then of course the candles will match the same type of energy, right? Um, for the buy and sell labels, buy labels are blue and the sell labels are red. The dashboard, which is over here on the right, you could change the placement. You could also change the size. I like mine in the middle right side of the screen because I like to have my ready market structure on when I trade. It also factors in exponential moving averages that you cannot see, but they are there. So it actually identifies those buy and sell signals for you without you actually having to put your moving averages on the screen. These are the candle colors as previously mentioned. And as I mentioned, the signal time frame, you can adjust it to the chart or whatever your favorite time frames are. By default, I'm keeping mine on the 10-minute time frame because that is where I find the most confluence in the trend. So I like the 10-minute. Oftentimes, when I'm looking at different charts or looking at a ticker that I'm trading, I'm looking at the 10-minute on one time frame on my iPad, and then I'm looking at something different that I'm actually trading, maybe a faster time frame, such as the 2-minute or the 6-minute time frame. Now, regarding the order blocks, I think by default it may have like 5 max order blocks. I decreased mine to 2. You can have yours on whatever setting you like. You can also change the bullish order block color to be confluent with the blue and red if you want to. I'll just do that right now to make mine blue. And of course, if it's white around it, that means it's an order block. So that way you can distinguish that from anything else that you have. You can change it again to whatever you like. But the way that this works, of course, the candles tell the story. Okay. Um, in this case right now, Oracle, we have a white candle on the 10-minute time frame. There's a lot of buying right here between this 222.44 and 222.11. So you're going to see orders coming in. Now, if it loses that, these people that are buying, usually they're the dark pools, the market makers, they're going to start losing their money, right? But also if it goes up, say to this 222.98, then you're going to see a lot of selling at that point. So basically, it identifies the tug of war. Now, if I zoom out to, let's say, the 78-minute time frame, which is also another one that I really like, get a different perspective, right? Perspective, of course, is everything. I'm looking at Oracle on the 78-minute time frame, you would see that it's neutral. So the whole point of this indicator is to definitely let you see the momentum. If we're still in bullish territory or bearish territory, you also have your buy and your sell signals. You can see the rejection points, whether it's bullish or bearish, and it will reflect that according to whatever time frame that you're watching. But again, you can adjust the signal time frame that works well for you, to where it reflects whatever time that you like to monitor on your chart. But ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, this indicator is not financial advice. It's not literally going to always be effective. It's telling you what to buy or sell. So don't take it as financial advice, but educational purposes only when you're trying to identify the trend. I hope this helps you improve your trading strategies.